as it stands, I'm out of my league in this shot in the tournament. Yeah, folks, so I am here at Poplar Creek Lanes in Hoffman Estates, I think, in Illinois. It's for the Chicagoland Singles Open. It's a kind of a big tournament. There are 2 squads. I'm going on the afternoon squad. It's going to be 7 games. Fair number of names I recognize out here. A couple of from Wichita State, a couple of pros. It's going to be a challenging day. We're bowling on Kegel Sphinx. It's 40-foot pattern. Fairly low ratio, so it'll be challenging. I was able to practice on it a week or 2 ago, thanks to Will. My goal is basically to go positive today. I ain't making the cut, I already know that. Because based on what the first squad shot, I have to shoot out of my mind to make the cut. So unless today ends up being out of my mind, it'll be 7 games of good bowling, good experience on this sort of pattern. So we'll go ahead and get ready to get started and we'll see how it goes. I have a little bit of room. I just have to actually hit 8 targets. Alright, that's after game 3. My scores are crap, but that's the real low point. This pattern is challenging. It's definitely a tough day out here as far as strike balls go. But it makes some good choices. I'm making really good adjustments. I've been making ball changes that have actually worked out. My spare shooting at single pins is great. I'm like perfect for 3 games on single pins. Had a rough time with some more complicated spares, but again, hard pattern. As it stands, I'm out of my league in this shot in the tournament. There's a bunch of really, really high-powered bowlers in this thing. It's like I'm an amateur at a pro tournament almost. Not quite that high level, but it's really, really hard competition. So I'm kind of here for the experience, here for the practice of bowling on this pattern, watching things break down. Going well so far. We'll check in a bit more later on. We'll go from there.
Given how badly I was struggling on single pins a little while ago, having a day where I shot 95% on them is definitely a confidence booster going forward. I think I've gotten most of the bugs worked out, and having a day where the humidity was at a reasonable level helped matters a lot too. Leaving my single pins aside, this was definitely an extremely challenging day. The pattern was very difficult, and this is my first time really experiencing transition on this level. I made some pretty good choices in the early games, such as moving to the Zen when the Phaze II started to get early, and making a big move inside with the Altered when it seemed like the heads were really getting burned up where I was playing. But I also sort of got lost later in the block when I tried moving back out to the right with some weaker equipment. I bounced between 3 balls in rapid succession until another bowler suggested that I'd be better off sticking to one and just working with it. So I did, and that settled me down a little bit. Part of my challenge there was I think I've gotten over comfortable with the idea of changing balls in order to keep playing in the same general area rather than making larger moves. This has worked out pretty well in league or higher ratio tournaments, but in this event, whether due to the pattern or just where other bowlers were playing, outside of the Phaze II to the Zen move, which was more about making a tiny shape adjustment than anything else, I should have been doing more with my feet and target rather than with ball changes. Still, I'm happy with the day, even though I didn't score particularly well. Adjustments were pretty good, my mental state stayed fairly level, and my single pins were great. I had a hard time with bigger spares, but that's kind of to be expected on harder patterns, and I need to do some more work on those with plastic to get clear in my head how to approach them. I also need to get back into the swing of things regarding stretching and conditioning. I was facing some fatigue near the end of the block, and I noticed while editing this video that my footwork was missing the second crossover that I recently added, so that's going to be my next practice goal. Going forward, there really isn't anything on my calendar for a little while. I'm still bowling the Sport League, and I may bowl some ABT events as I'm able to, or maybe some random sweepers, but there isn't really anything else coming up. Personally, I will be doing a lot of practicing, and as far as content goes, I'll get a couple ABT event videos up, as well as doing some Arsenal reviews. I also have an interesting new series of videos planned featuring older bowling alleys around the Chicago area. As always, if you'd like to follow along with that upcoming content, please hit subscribe. And be sure to comment to let me know what else you might like to see from the channel. Thank you for watching once again, and I'll see you in the next one. Good luck and good bowling.